Greetings everybody. You've all dry camped, you've gone to festivals, NASCAR races, and you've run out of water. What to do? Go get water. Here's how. You'll need a couple items. You can just use a piece of tubing and siphon water into your tank. Or you can do what I do. We have a couple items here. A hose to bring the water in from the container out to the camper. An item that a lot of campers know about called a water thief. And this little device here that hooks up to a faucet and you can put a garden hose on. We've used this item at Bonnaroo a couple times to get water out of their water areas. Another item that you're going to need are some water containers. And maybe a cart to go get water in, such as this collapsible one that my wife got me. I believe it was at Costco, which we can wheel to the water area in a second. Another thing you might want to keep is keep hydrated. So let's go get some water. We found water. What we're going to do is we're going to hook up our hose. Might want to flush this out a little bit. Start filling our containers. I wouldn't use this water for drinking unless it was purified. We're fortunate enough to have good threads on our spigot here, but if not, this is where you'd use your water thief. You put the hose on here, and this rubbery piece then would fit up over this. You might have to hold it, and then you could add water. So we'll let these fill for a little bit, and then we'll go back to the camper. Okay, you've come across threads that aren't any good and you can't put your garden hose on. So we're going to use our water thief. Put that onto the hose. Get a little tight. Slide that over. Just hold it. And open up your spigot real slow. Usually will stay on there. Might just want to hold on to it. You can fill up your water container. Pop it off. We've got our water containers full, our wagon, our beverage. Let's go back to the camper. Alright, we're back at the campsite. Got our filled water containers. I made this pump assembly up. We'll zoom in on that. And all I did is I mounted a piece of Tupperware type thing. It's a 12-volt pump. Put a fuse in it. Made some water connections for the hoses. Carry a couple spare adapters in here. And I just have some simple alligator clips that I connect onto my battery that's right inside. You could also put a cigarette lighter type plug on there, and if you have 12 volts available outside, or if you get a 120 volt pump and you always have 120 volts, you could just plug it into one of your outlets. Next thing we're going to do is just take our remaining hoses that we have. Them up. I just labeled the outside the container that has the pump in and out. Now this is good if you have a gravity fill system on, like we do on our motorhome. You can just put it in. If you don't and you need to fill it in through your city water diverter valve, you could also just have another end of this hose. Flip it, if anyone who's got a Class A is going to know this, you flip the switch, to fill your freshwater tank from this pump, and it'll do the same thing. Obviously the gravity is going to be a little bit easier for us. So we'll fill that up and I'll show you the gravity method next. Here we got our pump running now, and we're going to pull out of this container, and then when this is exhausted, we'll switch over our hose, over our suction hose over to the next, and that'll put 14 gallons in the camper. Ready to do the gravity method. Again, you're going to need a piece of tubing. Ideally, obviously this would be full when you're doing it. This needs to be higher than the water connection on the camper. You insert the tube in here, much like, you know, siphoning gas. Suck on this until you get water, and put it in the fill. You can probably get a friend maybe to hold this up. Again, this would be 7 gallons in here, so it would be quite heavy. Or arrange another table on top of here if you don't have the pump system. But that is another way to get water inside your tank, provided you have the gravity method of filling your holding tank.